Hey guys, this is Kirkalos Minardi, and we are gonna talk about Absolute Order. The alliance that I'm in, because it seems like they have a lot of bad press or image, you know. Gonna do a short reply to the Reddit first. Um, yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of bad blood, of bad image about Absolute Order. So, and it all um, you know, that could be. I understand where it comes from, and obviously, if it comes down to racist comments or all of that, we should not be tolerated. But I think it's just it had to be a propaganda war. It had to be like um, it had to be done in order to justify in it uh, actions against us. So it the first thing that I'm just gonna try here to you know or say my opinion about the because it seems like a lot of people are just let's just say not agreeing with the Constitution, the Lee Governor's Lee Constitution, and I'm here to just tell you some of the interpretations that um, maybe you will see them like in some other light if I'm telling you what is that all about. So, yeah, we're gonna go like overall, like talk about the ones that seems to stand out because definitely the language is a bit over the top, but it's a video game. I mean, come on, guys, it's a video game. But I'm gonna tell you the interpretations and how we see it. Um, and well, I'm gonna take a couple of quotes from the Constitution and explain it for all the people to understand a little better that you know. All right, so um, obviously I'm gonna talk about the controversial ones that people are um, seems to tell that they're controversial, and that's let's start with the first one. That would be like cure madness with ammo, and I mean it's nothing but just universal security jurisdiction, guys. I mean, it's we have the right to maintain order. I mean, it's nothing out of the order. Nothing. It's not like something that the other alliances are not doing. And yeah, I mean, it's simple as that. It's just we have a universal security jurisdiction, and we that's how we see it. Um, then we got the second one, and probably a popular one, them versus us. Um, and I mean, this is basically just non-state actors versus um, sovereign subjects, and I mean, it's basically it's just if you're a non-state actor, you're not part of our alliance. You know, we can we can treat them as unlawful combatants, and that's not something that other uh, alliance don't do either. It's nothing out of the ordinary, guys. It's maybe just the language is a little bit more like out there, but um, I guarantee you that other alliances are using the same thing. Um, yeah, it's basically that. Maybe the them is maybe a little vague, um, but yeah, I mean, it's just unlawful combatants. That's how we see it, and yeah, and the third point is just the 100 million per building fee, and that we somehow just extort people out of high sec or whatever. It's, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, I can just tell you, it's like all those things is all the other alliances are doing too. It's, you know, just having a sovereign security and maintenance levy, and the people who just don't want to pay, then yeah, we'd have to resort to some of those kind of things. Just group up, form up. I mean, if you're like you're trying to just communicate with, say, hey, uh, you can't do that business in our territory. If you want to do that, then you should pay a fee. Then, um, and if they don't, and usually the most of the time they don't even respond. But if you will just get like a response or something, it's just like some way of communication. It's just like, um, you know, because that kind of brings me to the fourth point that we kind of don't negotiate. We're asking for negotiation, but if they don't, um, yeah, we do have. I mean, about the no negotiation, we have, preconditions, for um, a diplomatic engagement. So, we're not a rogue alliance. Okay, it's just we have some conditions for any kind of diplomatic engagement. It's nothing out of the order. The same thing. It's just I can tell you all those points, and I'm telling you all, guys, all the alliances are doing the same thing too. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. um, yeah. Evicting populations. That's the third code, and I mean, there's no ethnic cleansing, okay, going on in the alliance. It's, if you can say it, it's a demographic stabilization and an eminent domain, okay. And it is a power used by almost every other alliance. It's nothing. I don't know. I don't have to go too deep into all of those, but I think you probably understand what I'm going for with this. It's just that the language of, the Lee Constitution is maybe a little bit out there, but the interpretations are actually not that too far off for any other alliance in the game. And yeah, we're just gonna go for the next one. For example, Type C has no rights. I mean, it's basically non-franchise. Uh, I would frame them like as being non-franchise protected uh, members. You know, they're not gonna get. They're just protected, but they don't have like voting rights. It's like being like a green card holder. You cannot vote, so it's nothing like out of the ordinary. It's just, yeah. It's funny. It's funny that people is just like they're pointing. Oh my God, Lee Constitution. Oh my God. Well, it's not. I mean, the language is okay, a little bit out, but it's nothing out of the. It's maybe in IRL. Um, maybe it's a little bit too much for, but for an in-game. Uh, an in-game constitution, or it's really not. obviously those kind of things, if you say like in real life, they cannot be like some sort of that type of thing, you know. But this is an IRL where we shoot, you know, we have ships that shoot each other. That's basically what they do. So yeah. um, yeah, I have a couple of 3 more codes. I'm gonna go over all of them left. And so we got, oh shit, I mean, because my inventory was full, I have to reset there. The mining, okay. So the last 3, there would be like overriding interpretations. You know, everybody is just telling me that only Lee does all the governments of the, but you know, it's the judicial if you can say it, that'd be like, you know, the executive review. So, you know, it's like all the other CEOs in the corporations, they have that. So if the CEO doesn't agree with it, then yeah, obviously, yeah. It's like, oh my god, if, you know, Lee doesn't agree, yeah, well, he's the CEO. I mean, he's the guy, right? He brought us here. Let's not mention, you know, how difficult was. I mean, how improbable, how impossible it is for corporations starting from almost nothing, from high sec, and to be able to go all the way into nullsec and have their own structure, and how incredible that is, and actually winning incredible battles that, you know, against some odds. I think, you know, Lee is doing a fantastic job, you know, getting people involved into the meaningful parts of the evil line, you know, where you can actually, you know, have an impact. So I think Governor Lee is doing fantastic. And let's not forget, I mean, that it's not his first language. He speaks 3 languages, okay? At least 3. So he's a talented guy, from, if you tell me. Yeah, and that's why sometimes language could be a, you know, and, you know, asking, oh, why is he tolerating some of those things? It's like, I mean, he's coming from like another culture, guys. It's like those things are not that important where he comes from. All right, it's not like everyone has to submit to Americans' culture narratives all the time. It's not how it works. Some other parts, you know, those things are really not that important, or, you know, you don't trigger people that much. You know, this fake outrage sometimes is just like, come on, guys. Yeah, two more quotes. Evicting for income growth. I mean, it's just alliance redevelopment, strategic resettlement. I mean, we're not evicting for profit, okay? Let's make it like that. You can definitely do that some other places. You know, if we claim sovereignty over, and, you know, if you want to be like a corporation or alliance, I mean, you just like being asked to negotiate, and you don't when we ask, then what do you expect? yeah, that's why sometimes we have to going now to the last point, cure madness with Amos, which is basically just sanitizing ideological threats. Um, yeah, it is, you know, for security necessities. That's basically it. Just want to talk a little bit, and hopefully you guys are not that mad about it. All right. Um. All right. Take care. Good luck.